Hi guys, welcome. Good to see you. If this is your first time here, it is Bold TV and hope to see you again. So today I'm just gonna do a quick review on this book, and I'm just gonna go by one of the stories that they have in this book, but I might probably not get to the story, but on page 25, if some of you came across it already, it just talks about for a good relationship, like what you need to do to have a good relationship with your cleaner. And actually the title of the book is Things Your Domestic Workers Would Love to Tell You, but They Will Not. It's basically cleaners telling different type of horror stories, happy story, all kind of how should I put it, experiences, that they encountered working with different families, different cleaning companies, and what have you. Okay. And as I discussed in, I think, one of the other videos, one of the main how should I say, some of the main point that they raised, one of it is that whether it is homeowners or cleaning companies, they need to at least pay them on time, and also if you are able to, of course, based on your company policy or how it works, if you are able to also give them raise accordingly, that will be highly appreciated. And some of the points they have here is on page 25 of this book. This book is a bestseller on Amazon. We also have it on the website sorayabooks.com. You can also find it there. Okay. Yeah. And the other thing that I wanted to touch on, and I think I touched a little bit, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, is that I don't know how to put this, but here guys, having a cleaner coming to your house or having a nanny coming to your house, some people have either a cleaner that will just come clean and go. Some people have nannies that will actually stay over. Some people have live-in caregivers. So it's very important that you are mindful of having strangers coming to your home. Mindful in a sense that I'm a little bit, I'm on the spiritual side, Jesus side, if you know what I mean. Spiritual in a sense that you need to be really prayerful, and actually before you have them come, just pray. Just make sure that you guys click. Don't focus more on yeah, they do a very good job, and of course they are taking the burden from you, whether they're going to be now dealing with the kids. You don't have to deal with the kids anymore. They have to deal with tidying the house and whatnot. Spiritually speaking, sometimes it will not be them per se. Some people just have this is a little bit off, but some people will appreciate it, some of you might not, probably. And if you don't like spiritual talks, that's probably, this is a good chance for you to change the channel, in a sense that sometimes it will not be them, but some families have very weird altars, such that anywhere this person might go, there might be dark cloud on them, bad luck, not really bad luck per se, not really bad luck, but things, negative things that might follow them. And then you might have Well, I'm saying this because some people actually experience such things. So I'm not, just taking it off of my head. But you start having, weird things happening in the house. For some time, some of them might not be spiritual. Some of them might just be people with, in vernacular, they say people with long hands, thieves. Some of them can be really thieves, right? You might start noticing things missing from the house. Some of them may be just petty things, not really money, but they might just be taking things from the house, right? Without asking. And it's very important when you are building this kind of relationship with strangers that will now be staying with in your home. Try to sometimes you can do interview, you can do references. Sometimes that might not be enough, but what will be enough and also is follow your gut. Women usually have very good instincts. Follow your guts, and before the person start coming to stay in your house, try to look at their routine, look at their habits. Let them come a few times, not really staying in the house. There's horror stories of people. I think I'm not sure if I have some in this book already, where a living-in nanny stays with the kids, and the parents are now they think that now we are free. They travel for work, do all kind of things, and they are not really taking care of the kids. Kids are not eating properly. Kids are not being taken care of as they should. Another classic example is a nanny that was left with this celebrity's son. The celebrity and his wife, or the fiance, they traveled out of the town, and of course the toddler wandered around the house until he got into the pool and drowned, and he did not make it. There were over 7 people in the house. There were nannies, cooks, nannies, cleaners, gardeners, security guy. It was the security guy that probably noticed that there was someone, in the pool. And those are some of the things that some of them can be very careless. So that is that. But the other thing also, to be very careful that no matter how long you've lived with your nanny or your caregiver, the relationship still need to be professional. Some people, when they have a nanny for many years, maybe 10 years, 15 years, the relationship now, you have taken the person as a family, which is still good to take the person as a family, but you still need to be mindful that you still need to keep a professional relationship there, because the way some of the nannies in this book actually said is the fact that they can become too familiar with you and your family, and sometimes they'll even stop listening to you. You will leave them instructions and they will stop following. You'll tell them to do one thing and they will do another, because they think now, you guys are mates, right? So those are the things that you want to be mindful when you have a nanny or a living caregiver, even a gateman. Some countries have gatemans or security guards and whatnot. Always make sure the relationship remains professional. Profession in a sense that if you find out that they are not doing the job as they should, even though you've been with them for over 15 years, so that you're not too attached that you are even afraid of, firing them. There are stories in this book that some people are now even afraid of their nannies. There are stories of where the nanny came and just got into the business of the husband and wife. And every time the husband and wife will have a fight, they will talk about it to the nanny. The husband will talk about it to the nanny. The wife will talk about it to the nanny. So it's as if the nanny is now your counselor. And there are stories of where the nanny took over the husband. Of course, the wife thought the husband was cheating, and apparently the husband was cheating with the nanny. Of course, they ended up divorcing, and the husband married the nanny. So those are some of the things that you really have to be careful having a stranger in your house. And also you need to be switching around. Maybe after 5 years, if you got a nanny from a company or a cleaning company, or there are companies that actually offer you nannies, you can just go back to the company and say, just I need to recycle, I need someone else, so that you don't have the same. Yeah, so as I was saying, it's good to have your nanny for a very long time, but it's also very crucial, very important to switch your nannies once in a while. Sometimes people just get very comfortable to say, oh yeah, she knows where everything is, I don't have to keep telling her what to do. But trust me, if you keep them for a very long time, there's gonna be too much familiarity, and you know how the saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt. So it's very important that you switch them around, just so that you still have that professional line intact. And also, if you're going through something with your husband, your nanny is not a counselor, so don't talk to your nanny about. And some of the nannies in this book, they said, we don't care about your business, don't tell us about your business. You don't have sugar, you don't have money, we don't want to know. You're having issue with your husband, don't tell us, right? So those are some of the things, and that's why the title of this book states that things your domestic workers or things your nannies will love to tell you, but they will not, right? They actually don't want you to tell them that you're having issues with your husband, or you're having issues with your wife, or your kids are not listening. They don't want to know. They really don't want you to tell them. So it's high time, don't tell your domestic workers. If you're having issues in your home, if you talk to your family, talk to a professional, but not your nannies. The nannies here says, don't tell us. We don't want to know, but we also cannot tell you not to tell us, right? So yeah, so that's all I needed to add today. Just remember, your nannies, your domestic workers, your cleaners, your security guards, your gatemans, those are people that have come to work for you, and you are paying them salaries. They are there to do a job, so they are not your counselors. They don't want your stories. And also, if you're having a stranger to start coming to live in your house, make sure you have enough budget. There was a nanny that was complaining that her boss did not have enough money to feed the whole family, so the nanny was only eating once or twice a day, so that the rest of the food can be enough for the rest of the family. So don't bring in a live-in caregiver or a living-in nanny if you don't have enough finances, to care for their feeding, right? And also, they don't want to hear about you having family issues. Your auntie, you have issues with your auntie, you have issues with your sister. These nannies are saying, don't tell us, we don't want to hear it. But we cannot really tell you, we don't want to hear it, right? So anyways, guys, that's it for now, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.